Something about the way that I can't see your eyes. Something about yourself that gets you down. Such a shame, 'cause you look so damn good tonight. Come with me, don't have to talk it out. I'll take you where the lights run the avenue for a nighttime rendezvous. It's the same city.
Welcome, everybody. Decided to go live last minute, so we're just gonna settle in for a second. Thank you, Jim. It's release day. Thanks, Denise. I also love our new studio. We're very, very, very happy with it.
The perfect version of yourself stays.
You know why their comments are highlighted?
I'll be here to show you what you got. Right now, I'll take you where the lights run the avenue for a nighttime.
Just stay here, everybody. We're just getting settled in. Richard. Yep. One more week. Question for you guys. Do you see a little like angle on me? Not sure why it's doing that.
Little crosshairs. It's weird.
Let me know if my camera looks normal. Yep, Jim sees it. What the hell? Let me fix it. So, the point of today is just because we got to get back into this live streaming gig. And, yeah. You all right there?
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, my God.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so the reason we're doing this live stream today is because we want to get back into live streaming. I don't know how many of you guys remember the Sweet Side show, but I definitely miss doing the Sweet Side show. So we're gonna move forward into the new album, and I think I want to do like a happy hour live stream for Housewife happy hour. So,
well,
yeah.
if it's happy hour, I think we need some beverages.
Shit. Do we? Yeah, so while Sam makes us a couple of beverages, I'm going to share more about this album with you. And there are so many moving parts to it and so many different things that I did for this album that I thought were really cool, and I just want to share with you guys and just give you a little insight into where my mind was at over the last year and a half, 2 years, the making of this album. And then I also just want to like share the sessions with you guys, kind of give you an idea of how the songs originally started out, what they sounded like in the early stages, why we made certain decisions. I don't know. I just want to let you into our minds and brains and studio and album and just give you as much information as you want from me. So we're going to be here for a while. If you don't want to stick around the whole time, don't worry about it. If you do, make sure you have a drink ready. It is happy hour now. So this one goes out to all the housewives out there. So one of the things that I want to share with you, first and foremost, one of the biggest things about this album that I haven't really been emphasizing enough yet is that it's also a cookbook. And let me just disclaimer, I am not a chef by any means. You guys know that. I'm a musician through and through. But I do love to cook, and in 2020 I started to learn how to cook, and about a year ago, one of my really good friends, Kelly, gave me a online subscription to a chef named Molly Boz, along with one of her books that she bought. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't really follow recipes like this, but I'm going to try it because it was a gift and this seems really cool. So I'm going to start making some of these meals. And Molly knows her shit. And I was having so much fun just following recipes, and people are always like, oh, I don't know how to cook. I can't cook. And I'm like, actually, I'm pretty sure everybody can cook as long as you can read and follow directions. That's the hard part. But cooking is actually really creative and very personal, obviously, because some people like certain things, some people don't. And I just had a really, really fun year or 2 or 3 of cooking and finding new recipes and just getting good at the things that I like. And it's so much fun. So I wanted to share some of the recipes that I've found over the last couple years that I gravitate to, that I cook on a regular basis, and share with you guys that they're very easy to make. So I did the recipes thing, one, because my album is called Housewife, and people normally and traditionally associate housewives with women who cook for their families. And I guess I'll explain a little bit more about the album meaning for me in a second. But first, we're going to do our first official cheers to Housewife the album and to Housewife Happy Hour. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me and Sam here at Blue Dream Studios. Let me get this together. You can look at your camera. Oh, you're spilling. So thank you. Salud. Cheers. Cheers to you, Sammy B. Sheesh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, let's see. What are some of these questions? Sweet. The line is gone. Battery light is flashing. Oh no. Fuck. You'd think that we'd figure shit out. Which camera was it flashing on?
Probably your camera.
Okay, so what was my favorite dish? That's tough because these are all my favorite dishes within their genre. So one of the most popular dishes is birria. And I started making that when birria was like a viral TikTok sensation. Everyone's like, quesabirria tacos. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit that I never heard of? I want to try it. And I found this woman on YouTube called Cooking con Claudia, and she had this like really intense birria recipe, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. And the first few times that I did that, the first time was fucking amazing. The second time, my tacos came out soggy. That was not good. And then from then, I got better and better and better. And then I started making the recipe my own a little bit more. I did things a little differently than she did. But the quesabirria tacos, those are a hit.
So I think the battery needs to be changed in your camera.
Hijo de su chingada puta madre.
But we could play something.
Yeah,
and
so
just put it on this screen.
I guess if you guys are down, we're going to listen to the first song on the album, and it's called Let Me Remind You, and it's actually the first track that we released from Housewife back in November of 2023. I'm sure you guys have noticed that I released a lot of these singles one by one. I'll explain that reason later. But this is Let Me Remind You. And then we're going to take a few minutes to just kind of break down the session for you and show you what it sounded like originally and share how this was actually supposed to be for Sam's album, and then I stole it. So, if you haven't heard it yet, this is Let Me Remind You. I'm going to pop my battery out and swap it for a new one. So here you guys go.
Something about the way that I can't see your eyes. Something about yourself that gets you down. Such a shame, 'cause you look so damn good tonight. Come with me, don't have to talk it out. I'll take you where the lights run the avenue for a nighttime rendezvous. It's the same city, different view. Let me remind you. Watch how the colors fade while the sun sets the same old way, baby. Some shit will never change. Let me remind you. Let me remind you. See a moment in a photo, want it back. Why you always wanting what you're not? The perfect version of yourself stays in the past. I'll be here to show you what you got. Right now, I'll take you where the lights run the avenue for a nighttime rendezvous. It's the same city, different view. Let me remind you. Watch how the colors fade while the sun sets the same old way, baby. Some shit will never change. Let me remind you. Let me remind you. Let me remind you. Do you remember the feeling you had on the days when you knew what you wanted? You knew what you wanted. You knew who you were. You knew who you were. Where the lights run the avenue. Let me take you, baby, on a rendezvous in the same city, different view. Watch how colors fade, sunsets, some will never change. Shit will never change. Let me remind you. I'll take you where the lights run the avenue for nighttime rendezvous. It's the same city, different.
Jim said, Sam's album? Yeah, I'm trying to force Sam to come out with an album, y'all. Except I keep stealing his songs. That's
Thief.
track one of Housewife. That's Let Me Remind You. So, like I said, that one was actually supposed to be a song for Sam. It was supposed to be the start of an album for him, because I'm sure many of you guys know how fucking talented this fool is, and we see so many of our peers and colleagues releasing their own albums and their own records as producers, and Sam is just like producing the hell out of everyone else and working so much on other people's projects, especially mine. And I think it's time that he does one for himself. So now that we're done with Housewife, maybe we could do a House Husband and
House husband.
House Husband. Anyway, so I guess I want to share a little bit about what that song means, and I kind of already explained it to you right now. But basically, when I release an album, actually I'm going to do a split screen so we could both be on here. Whenever I release an album or any song, really, one of the things that I like to do to send to my distribution company, who then pitches it to the Spotify gods and the Apple gods, whatever, I like to write basically a biography of the song, and it's pretty much a sum of how the record was made and or why it's important to me. Morgan, you want to come and sit down with us? We got you headphones and everything.
Welcome to our show, the special guest.
This is Morgan Burrs. He's a guitar on this. Is he? No. Yeah. Okay, this is Morgan. Hold on. Let's see. Yep, Morgan Burrs, our housemate.
Wait, I need to get like some in studio like applause and stuff like that. Let's get that off a
Do you
splice
need
real
to?
quick.
Do you need to? So I kind of just wanted to read to you guys the bio that I wrote for all of these songs. They're not long. They're just little snippets of what these individual songs mean to me. So this is what I wrote about Let Me Remind You. And remember that this was the first song that I released after Sweet Side. This is November of 2023. So after the release of Sweet Side, I took my time away from my music career to allow the album to breathe and find its own space. This album represented some of my best work, and the thought of following it up with new music felt extremely intimidating. Instead, I decided to immerse myself in the house life, spending time cooking, gardening in my backyard, and learning how to grow my own food and weed. Stepping away from the music scene was refreshing, but I started to miss the creative process. Somewhere along the way, though, I convinced myself that my time in this career had passed. The inspiration for Let Me Remind You came when I began to remember the days when I wasn't afraid to dream big. I used to gaze at the LA skyline and the city lights, envisioning a future where my music would be known throughout the city. I had lost sight of the determination and self-confidence, but this song became a way to reconnect with my old self, the strong and confident girl who isn't afraid of the world. Now, when I drive around the city, it reminds me that just like my city, even though things are constantly changing, at the core, I've still got the same heart and soul. The music for Let Me Remind You originated from a spontaneous jam session that took place on April 20th, 2019. 420.
420.
During that period, the Australian producer Maxwell was residing in our back house, and he invited his friend, Grammy Award-winning producer Lyndon J., to Blue Dream Studios to collaborate on some music. Lyndon brought along his bass player, Stuart Zender, who is a founding member of the band Jamiroquai, which was a fucking crazy experience. That night, Sammy B, Lyndon, Maxwell, and Stewart created multiple jam sessions, which Sam later sampled to craft the intro for Let Me Remind You. He then built a track around the chord progressions from that jam, and songwriter Jess Best and I penned almost the entire song during a single writing session. The overall production draws from the vibes of LA, incorporating elements of West Coast hip-hop, orchestral strings, vintage Fender Suitcase Road synthesizers, and guitars. And I don't know why that added in there, but I think that was more for my distribution company. But that's basically what the song meant to me at the time. And it has kind of meant the same thing since. And it was a reminder for me to stop being so scared. Like, I go through these waves of feeling 100% confident and then feeling like I am a worthless piece of shit. And everybody has those waves. We all go through those moments. And this song was kind of a way for me to pull me out of the 0% and get back to the 100%, which that's where I'm at now, because I feel like I'm the shit with this new album. So anyway, that's how that song came about. I don't know if Sam has it prepared, but there was like an alternate version that had a lot of other parts, and I'd like to play 20 seconds of, but if it's not available, then whatever.
Which version?
Like the version that you originally were going to put on your record that was like extra bars here and there.
Oh, gotcha. Like just the instrumental of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was called Zender Vibes.
Yeah.
Zender
I'm putting your screen up.
Vibes.
Hey, I don't know if I heard this.
It's not very different, but it's a little different. Damn, it's hot. the original that inspired the whole thing. That's pretty sick, right? Like Sammy B, sometimes he comes through with some fucking heaters that he doesn't do anything with, so then I steal them. All right, sick. Well, I guess if any of you have questions about Let Me Remind You, happy to answer them. Otherwise, we're going to move on to the next song on the album, which is Housewife, the title track. Morgan, I love the guitar in the live version of the new song Good to You. Woo! Somebody else commented on that recently and was like,
Thanks.
is that Morgan Burrs I see? And I'm like, it sure fuck is.
Here too, kind. I think I saw a homie from Richmond.
Oh,
say
yeah.
something. Yeah. And I was like, oh.
Hell yeah. Sick. All right. So let's play Housewife.
Housewife.
Woo! Sorry, I'm gonna just like make you guys listen to all this stuff, or not make you, but like that's why we're here, and you know I just want to give you context for the conversation we're about to have for the song. Ooh.
I'm gonna smoke weed while you do that.
Yeah, I feel like we should smoke weed.
Should we smoke weed on
Every
here?
day.
I mean, we can smoke weed on here. I have a song called Greens. Of course, we can smoke weed on here.
Well,
The show is not family friendly.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like we should just go to Spotify. I don't know what's going on in my headphones.
It's like this is the TV version.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
Make sure that
Yeah.
everything's playing back right.
Yeah. There's like no drums or anything.
No guitar, no piano. Okay. Getting it together here, guys.
We should have done this before, but you guys, like I said,
This is an idea we
We're
had
getting-
like 2 seconds before,
Yeah.
and then we set up the most complicated setup there's known to man.
well, you know, that's how we do stuff here.
it's official in here.
All right. I
Well,
think that might be it.
I mean, let me just find the actual session that I should be playing here.
Just play it on freaking Spotify, and you can open the session in the meantime.
Oh, that's good to you. Oh my God. Yeah, let's just play it on Spotify.
Jesus Christ. I actually will be keeping this on YouTube.
Did you miss me? I know it's been a while. Shit got complicated, kinda crazy, but I'm back now. Let's work it out. We can talk it out. I might cry it out, 'cause I need your help. Oh, so much help. 'Cause you know I'm such a damsel in distress. Oh, no. Oh,
fresh raw kale, and your other favorite leafy greens.
Don't you worry about me. Oh, don't you worry about me, baby. You think I haven't found it? Oh, you think I haven't found it? But you should have brought it in the past. Chaos in the balance. You got a lot to say about it. Better kills you to know I got it all right now. Don't you?
Yeah, that is Housewife. Man, that track is so fucking sick. And I'm not even trying to gas myself up, but like, if it wasn't me, I'd still think that song is fucking sick. So, a little bit more about Housewife. I went through so many names of the album title before I landed on Housewife, and I didn't land on Housewife until we wrote this song. And once we did, I'm just like, ding, 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 ding. Everything kind of started to make sense, and it felt really relieving because I was struggling, like, making a decision, and I felt like something was just off. So when this came about, I felt so, so happy that it was all finally coming together and making sense. So there is a producer in Finland named Misha, and Misha is insane. He's a really dope producer, and he did something with Amber, right? Yeah, he did something with Amber recently. Amber Navrin, who's also on this album. And I think just from being in the same sort of circle and all of us kind of knowing each other, he had reached out to me and was just like, hey, if you ever want to work, like, let's work. And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. And he had sent me a folder of beats a long time ago, and I never really did anything. When I was ready to start, I picked one and started writing. He's like, sorry, but you took too long, so like I had to give that one away. Like, here's a new folder of beats. And I was like, oh man,
shit,
that's
I didn't
such
know
a bummer.
That.
Yeah.
That
was a big bummer.
I want to hear that song now.
Oh, I gotta send it to you. I think me and Jess did something to it, but
okay.
I'll find it eventually somewhere.
Funny.
But he gave that beat away, so when he sent me the new folder of beats, I went through it, and for reference, this particular track had twice the length of the intro. So when I first started listening to it, I was like, I don't want a slow song. Like, I'm looking for a dance song, and I almost skipped to the next beat, and then the beat dropped, and I was like, oh shit, this is it. This is it. This is the one. I'm definitely writing to this. And it took me so freaking long to write to this song because for as poppy as it sounds to me, the chord changes are not pop whatsoever. This is very like jazz theory coded.
Jazz.
Yeah, and it's not like a simple melody to sing when there's no chords underneath you. Like, it's a very, very intricate song, way more than it sounds. And I couldn't think of a melody specifically for the pre-chorus going into or I guess it's like the second half of the verse going into the now pre-chorus, but it's that damsel in distress line. I was just like, I can't hear those changes. Like, I can't hear a melody over those changes because they're so odd to me that I don't know what to do with them. And I just sent the like little snippet of it to Nigel, and I was like, Nigel, what do you hear? And he's like, da 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 da. And I'm like, what else? He's like, that's it. I'm like, cool, great. So I'm like, cool. How do I write something and then mix it with what Nigel? And I was like overthinking it. And then I called Jess Best over, and I'm like, hey, here are my initial ideas. Here's what I'm going through. This is all the information you need to know. Help me. And we laughed and cried and everything in between for this particular session so much. Like, I can't remember the last time I laughed so fucking hard in a writing session. And it was because we kept coming up with lines like, it's stupid, but to me, the line, oh, I need your help, so much help, because I'm just a damsel in distress. Oh, no. And then there's like a little backing track that goes, oh, no.
All right,
and I thought it was so
out.
funny because, like, men often treat me and other women like, oh, you can't do that on your... Let me do that. Let me lift that for you. And I'm just like, nah, dog, I'm a fucking bad bitch. I can do this shit on my own. Wait until I ask for help. don't assume that I can't do things on my own. And that's kind of like where the whole housewife MO came from. It's just like so many people look at me like I'm a little housewife and a little damsel in distress and I need so much help. And it's like, I choose to do these things and don't treat me like I can't do anything else. But if you, oh God, you're going to play the, oh no, solo. It's so stupid.
No, it's awesome. Where's that part?
This is it's in the first verse.
Wait, let's hear that one more time.
So I thought that was cute. I thought that doing stuff like that is so fun for me. And I think that I've never played the comedy card in my music. And so it was really, really cool to do that in this one.
There's also a nice moment where we do like the...
Oh, yeah.
Like, ooh,
it's
sick
like,
burn.
Because I'm talking about how people will say, like, oh, you're not married. He doesn't love you. If he wanted to, he would. And I'm like, y'all can shut the fuck up because I have one of the best relationships I've ever known in this world. And people think not that. And so there's a little snippet where I talk about how I don't need a ring up on my finger to play housewife with the one I'm crazy about, something you know nothing about. Ouch. And after the ouch, there's like a little, like a sick burn, dude. And I thought that those add just like a really nice percussive element to the song while also adding a little bit of comedy to it. And if you hear it, it's fucking awesome and funny and hilarious. And if you don't, no harm, no foul. The song still makes sense.
Housewife, but the one I'm crazy about, something you know nothing about. Ouch.
But yeah, that's my little spiel for that. Rebecca, I'm trying not to fall asleep right now. Says drummer said.
Yeah, what time is it in France?
Wait, sorry, before this comment goes by and I can't see it, Teach One Nation, it said, would love to have the lyrics embedded on Spotify. I'm working on that. For some reason, my lyrics aren't showing up on Spotify, Apple, or Instagram, which is, I submitted them, so it's in the works. They will be up soon, but if you buy the merch, each item comes with the lyric book and all the lyrics and all the information of the producers and instrumentalists and musicians and all that, plus all of the recipes. So every merch item comes with the recipe book as well. Yes. Let's see. Who else? All right. Yeah. I think I answered at least the questions. I might have said all this already, but I am just going to read the quick little housewife spiel. Housewife spiel. So here it is. Recently, a situation happened between me and a loved one that really made me feel like I needed to speak up for myself. Long story short, they temporarily made me feel less than because in their eyes, I haven't reached the level of success I used to claim to want. What they failed to see, though, is that I've built a new life for myself that is so much more fulfilling than just being famous. I had been sitting on this beat that my friend Misha, one of the producers, sent me, and I knew I wanted it to be fun, flirty, but also spicy and clever. And I had some basic ideas for lyrics and melody, but nothing was really sticking. Like most times, when I need to spill out my heart, I called my friend and collaborator Jess Best to come over and help me sort through the feelings and work through these lyrics. If there's something I remember extremely vividly from this particular session, it's the way that I laughed and cried like I've never before in the session. I can't tell you the last time I had this much fun, and it felt extremely creative while writing. It's a session that I will truly never forget. Now, why Housewife? I'll get to that later because that's a lot more intricate. But basically, that's the spiel on Housewife. And there's one other snippet that I think is just one thing that I want to point out, which is the grocery store part.
Oh yeah.
So we have this bridge that's like a breakdown bridge, and the original beat that Misha sent me ended after that. The song was over after that breakdown. And I was like, no, this song it needs to go back to the dance part. Like I need it to go back into the groove, and I just want it to be longer. So how about we add that section back? And Sam did it, and he's like, I don't know, that sounds kind of weird. And I was like, well, just figure it out, first of all. And then second of all, like, what if we just do something over it? And he started working on it, and he's like, oh, that's crazy. This kind of sounds like a grocery store thing. And I was just like, attention, shoppers. And then it was like, oh, shit, I do have a song called Greens that, like, I made merch about that is Raquel Rodriguez. Like, it's all kind of coming together in a weird way. So I'm going to do, like, a little grocery store announcement. That's the whole attention, shoppers. Don't forget to visit the produce section or whatever, to get fresh raw kale and your other favorite leafy greens. And that worked really, really well because there was no good melody to get from one section to the next. So it's perfect that it's like a little skit. And I'm waiting to hear this song in a grocery store and look at everybody thinking that it's a real announcement.
Section to stock up on fresh raw kale and your other favorite leafy greens.
So now you kind of get an idea of why the Raquel Rodriguez greens bag and t-shirt makes sense, because now it's in the song. So anyway,
shout out to XLN Audio RC20, used extensively on this record, I must say.
Why? What is that?
It's like the retro color thing. It makes something sound like an old cassette or like on vinyl or whatever. Or in this case, in a shopping center or market.
Henry's asking me, will there be any merch at the show? I believe so.
Definitely.
So, I did get all the merch made, and it's on the way. So if you pre-ordered the vinyl or the CD, it's definitely coming before the end of the month. It is coming from London, though, and it's shipping on Monday, and it's supposed to be here by Friday, showtime. But I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm not letting anyone know because if it fails and it gets here on Saturday, I don't want anybody to be upset. So I'm trying really hard to get it here on time. It will be CDs only if it does come on time. Vinyl takes a little bit longer. That'll be here in about 2 more weeks, and then I'll ship those out to you guys. But I will have the Raquel Rodriguez tote bag and t-shirt and the new black retro tee and some other stuff. So I will have merch available at the show. I'm in Phoenix and so sad you never perform here. I saw the album release show in LA. I know it's tough to get out there and like do so many cities. Like, it's so expensive, and I'll be honest with you guys, people aren't buying tickets to my shows like they used to. Like, I was so sure that I was going to sell out this venue that I've sold out before easily, and I'm not even close. Like, I'm a little embarrassed to say that, but people always claim like, oh, independent artists, like, stop complaining that you're not making money on Spotify or Apple. Like, you guys make money at merch and shows. No, we don't. Like, not if you don't come to them. So please get tickets to the fucking show.
Yeah, I also think it's an LA thing too. Because
possibly. Yeah.
Everybody's just gonna walk up day of.
Possibly. So we'll see.
And also maybe a dice issue. Should we talk about dice?
No, let's not. Somebody just said, I just would like to point out that Sam, as a mixing engineer, is a beast.
Beast.
You don't have to tell
Thank
me
you.
twice. Oh, man. One of the best. He's got so many credits and so many insane artists and singles and tracks under his belt that I'm just like, damn, dude. I focus on my own project. Can you restart my camera?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Brazil tour next. Híjole, I wish. We're actually working on another European tour in June, so hopefully we will be back in Europe then. So track number 3 is Back to Me. I think I'm going to read the bios to you guys first because it kind of gives you insight to the song, and then I don't have to repeat myself. Okay, this is Back to Me. For me, making music, and especially music that I'm proud of, doesn't always come so easily. At least when I think about making music, I worry that I've already done all that I can and that there's nothing left for me to say. It starts to put me in a really insecure phase of my life that sometimes lasts a little too long for me to be able to convince myself that I'll ever be able to make good music again. Then someone like Dukes comes around and says he wants me to write to one of his latest beats for his latest album. And my initial thoughts were, hell no, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to have bad ideas. No. So obviously I said, sure, I'd love to. We worked on a song for his album that got me really excited about making music again. And in case you're wondering, that song is called Over It, and that's on Dukes' last album. Once that song was out, I realized that I really wanted him to be part of my next album again. He also did a lot of stuff on Sweet Side, like Leave Me Behind. I shared a few ideas with him and showed him what I had been working on, so he went to work up in Portland and came back to me with a few beat ideas. Then he came down to LA and stayed with us at Blue Dream Studios for a few days while we worked on these ideas, made a lot of food, and bonded over our famous Blue Dream compressors. During that time, Back to Me immediately felt like it was craving to be an anthem. That had me thinking a lot about what I wanted the song to be about. Even though the verses didn't come right away, I knew that the chorus would be a repetitive and empowering line. I was on a high from all of this new music, good recipes, great hangs, amazing conversations, belly laughs, all of it. And it made me reminisce about the times that I've felt the happiest in my life, and they all have the same common factor, and they are all the things that make me feel like myself. That's where I think I'm finally starting to feel like me again. That's where that came from. And once I started singing that over and over, I realized that I needed to write about why I didn't feel like myself for a while. So I feel like I've made mistakes in my life, and I convinced myself that I could never move on from those mistakes without still feeling regretful or feeling like I could have done things differently. But we all make mistakes, and there's no point in trying to change things that you can't change. You just have to learn, grow, and go. Eventually, when you make another mistake, own it, accept it, and learn to keep moving forward and allowing yourself to be happy. That's my spiel that I sent to my distribution company for Back to Me.
Heck yeah.
So now we're going to play Back to Me. This one is produced by Dukes, who, like I said, did Leave Me Behind, which is one of my most popular songs. And Dukes is probably one of my best friends. I'll share a little bit more about his role in this album a little later, but he has played an incredible part of this album outside of the music, and he's just a really solid guy, and I love him. Him and his wife, Sarah, they're fucking solid people.
Yeah, Dukes.
He's
Also,
in Italy right now.
Also featured on this is Sean.
Oh, Sean, Shaan. Sean is a string player in New York, and he's so fucking cool. He basically will hire him to put strings on a song, and he does all of the strings himself and like real instruments. Like he's playing viola, violin. Like he's awesome. And whenever we can get live strings on a song, I swear it makes it just like one step above. And I think it's really special. We'll play the strings soloed for you guys, but I mean, tell me now, do you want to keep hearing the full songs, or would you rather just me pick parts of them? Let's play the full song of this while you guys decide.
My head was could never let that show. You know I don't ever like to hear how I could have done it different. Been getting signals loud and clear. All I had to do was listen. I think I'm finally starting to feel like me again. I think I'm finally starting to feel like me again. I think I'm finally starting to feel like me again. I think I'm finally back to me. It's never a problem till it's too much of a problem. Offer me an option, knowing damn well I don't want it. It's too personal, you know I don't ever ask for help, and I don't even want to. So I've been thinking to myself, all I needed was a redo. All I needed was a redo. I think I'm finally starting to feel like me again. I think I'm finally starting to feel like me again. I think I'm finally starting to feel like me again. I think I'm finally back to me. Filling up my
Hear those strings?
fine at home. Trying to find new ways to tend the garden overgrown. 'Cause you know that I usually don't let it grow till it's out of my control. So I've been giving myself time, and I'm starting to find that I think I'm finally starting to feel like me again. I think I'm finally starting to feel like me again. I think I'm finally again. I think I'm finally back to me. I think I'm starting finally back to me. I think I'm finally
Listen to these strings.
Damn.
They're just so beautiful.
Sean's the shit.
Sean is fucking awesome. Yeah, that's such a special part for me. Like having strings is really cool, and I feel very proud.
Hell yeah.
So you guys are all saying full songs, great, because that's probably gonna do that anyway. As far as artists who have influenced my music direction, to be completely honest, I'm a creature of habit, and I stick to what I know, and I hardly venture out to new things. But for this particular record, the biggest influence for me, two influences, were D Mile and Victoria Monet. That fucking record that she just put out is one of my favorite records that I've heard in a very, very long time. And D Mile's production is something that speaks so loudly to me. And I kept referencing a lot of her tracks from this last record she did. And I was like, no, I want it to sound more live. I want it to be more like my band and less computer. And I think that we got a really good balance of that on this record. And yeah, that's my influence. So the next song off of Housewife, track number 4, is also a Dukes collaboration. And we actually did these 2 songs sort of back to back together when he was here for that session back in, I don't even remember when it was. But like I said, Dukes has a major role in this album for me, and not necessarily even just specific to the album, but more specific to my career as an independent artist. And the reason I say that is because he is also an artist, producer. He's got his own project going, and he's fucking awesome. But outside of that, he actually has a full-time job. I don't. Music is my one and only, and that's, hate it or love it, that's kind of what I've stuck myself with. But Dukes has a full 9-to-5 job working for a company called Indepreneur. And Indepreneur is basically a music marketing company specializing, I think, in independent music or independent artists. And he's been working for them as one of their coaches. Like, he'll talk to other independent artists, like coach them through how to market themselves, what's best for them, how to sell their merch, and all of these things. And he kind of broke down what he did for himself to me, and my jaw was on the floor after all the numbers he was sharing with me. And I'm just like, dude, what? You're saying I can do that? And he's like, plus more. And I'm like, say less, bro. Sign me up. So I started working with him in his company, not working with them. Like, they're coaching me through marketing for an independent artist. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have been seeing my ads. I'm sure a lot of you guys are here because of them. And without that, I don't know if I'd be as happy with this release plan or with what's come since. I've already pre-sold well over 300 copies of this album just in the few weeks that I started running ads. And I have built my email list from like 2,500 people to over 7,000 now. And I have been able to pay off all of the vinyls that you guys are pre-ordering, which is, for context, unheard of as an independent artist. We put ourselves in debt to do these things, but the fact that I'm not in debt is fucking amazing, and I feel extremely proud and grateful to Jonah, aka Dukes, for encouraging me to take that leap, which is a fucking crazy leap to take because it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of learning and a lot of sitting on your computer and just doing what you need to do. And it's not fun. It's not fun. And I did it, and I fucking got good at it. And I'm really stoked that it's helping my album. I charted number 17 today on iTunes albums, which I've never done today, like, or ever. Like, that's crazy. And I think it's all because of all these things that I've been doing to just put myself out there more. And I don't know. Thank you, Jonah.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's see. Okay, so
go buy the album on iTunes.
or you could buy it on my Bandcamp, and the money goes directly to me. I just put it there.
Yeah, but then you don't chart higher.
Ooh, that's actually true. You're fucking, see, that's why.
Hey-yo.
That's why I love you, man. Okay, so Good to You thankfully has a smaller little spiel, and I'm going to read that before we play the song. And I'll tell you a little snippet about the song right before we play it. I mean, a new thing. So I consider myself to be a lucky girl for so many reasons. And when I think about the beautiful things in my life, some of the things that I cherish the most are making music with my friends and my relationship. Good to You is a song that combines, I can't see this. Good to You is a song that combines those things together. It's another collaboration between me, Dukes, and Sammy B. Synth heavy and groove based, it's a love song that dives into the love languages of my relationship. Now let's keep it real. My relationship isn't perfect, but the lucky part about it is that for the last 13 years, I have found someone who makes it easy to be me, who forgives, who makes me feel beautiful, respects and trusts me, and continues to love me even when I'm crazy. A lot of times, though, I catch myself losing sight of his biggest love language, physical touch. And it's not in my top languages or my top love languages, so I admit I forget to love my partner the way that he craves. That's where Good to You comes into play. This song is my casual reminder, my personal anthem to keep his needs in mind. It's a groove-based memo to not let my busyness of life overshadow the simple, powerful act of touching, connecting, and loving the way that he likes to be loved. This is kind of TMI.
My God. What is going? This just turned into like
sexual.
Some like. All right.
Anyway.
Okay.
And you know what?
So I've got the Pro Tools session right here, and like we could go solo some tracks, and it's got a great bass line on
I'm
here.
I'm almost done. I swear. I said. This is even funnier to add on to this, but when I'm in that intimate moment.
I need another drink for this.
Basically, when we're doing the deed, or when anyone's doing the deed, I want Good to You to be playing in the background.
What? Oh my God. That's too much, man. Yeah.
I should have kept this one to myself,
blushing.
honestly.
Take the camera off me. I can't. That's too much.
Oh my God. I've had
I'm
one gin and tonic, you guys.
I'm here to talk about parallel compression,
Oh my God. Wow. Someone said, seriously impressive that your music is your full time. I know, right? Let's just change the subject for a quick second. No, okay, we're going to play Good to You. But one of the things that I said I was going to tell you is that we released a version of Good to You up until today. It's been one version of the song. And I was not happy with it. I signed off on it. I'll tell you what, when I signed off on it, I had just gotten back from a flight from Europe, I think, where my ears got plugged for 3 fucking weeks, and it messed my shit up. And I listened to this, and I was like, I sign off on it. I can't deal with it anymore. Like, I'm done with this song. Let's move on to the next one. And I realized that I kind of moved a little too fast and didn't wait for my ears to heal. That when I listened back to it after they did heal, I was just like, man, this song doesn't fucking bump. Like, it's just not beefy enough for me, if you know what I mean. Like, there was just no, like, there was no girth. And
what the fuck? Yo. Oh my God. We better just play the song. This is getting crazy right now. We had to add that layer of girth and sub frequencies. Okay, let's just play this song.
Housewife happy hour. That's what this show is about.
Jeez, shots next or what?
I'd like to give you everything that you've been missing. Just wanna be the one you come to. I'm gonna do all that I can, like it's a mission, to let you know that, boy, I've got you. I hope you know that I will
There we go.
So that's good to you with the new bass, the beefed up version, like drummer Seb said. So yeah, that's track number 4, and I guess we can move on to track number 5, which is Greens.
Oh,
Smoke weed every day. So, so Greens, I'm so proud of. So, let me tell you about this song. So, Nigel Hall, who I'm sure you guys know, if you know anything about my music, that you know Nigel is all over it. And he had this, I don't even know what it was. It was like a 9-minute idea that he sent me. And it was just him fucking around for 9 minutes and like going through different ideas and different times, signatures, and all this kind of shit. And one little section of one of the ideas, it wasn't even the full idea, just one of the little ideas, I'm like, that. I don't know what it is about that, but I like it and I want to use it. And so Nigel came over and he was just like, of all the shit that I sent you, like, that's the part you like? I'm like, yes, trust me. And so him and Sam got to work and it turned into this dope beat. And I had, just like many artists, many songwriters, I have my little notes app in my phone and I was just like, what do I have? What do I have that's like speaking to me as I listen to this track that they're producing? And I had a line in there that I wrote one day about Sam because he was just like, you know, we smoke every night and when we sit down to play Madden or watch TV, we're like packing a bowl, and more often than not, if Sam is packing the bowl, he'll hand it right to me. Like, here, babe, you get greens. Like, I packed this for you. You get the nice hit. And one night that he did that, I was just like, man, I fucking love that he gives me greens. Like, as a singer, I really appreciate the cleanest hits. Like, it's kind of a stupid reason, but for me, it makes a lot of sense. Like, I really like the cleanest hits, and I was really appreciative of that. In that moment, I was just like, this is awesome. Like, I don't even ask him. Like, that's just whatever. And then it kind of reminded me of a long time ago, one of my friends, Tim McKay, who you guys have heard on a lot of my music. He's a saxophone player. He said something about greens. Like, I remember smoking a bowl with him and I like lit it right in the center. He's like, oh, whoa, you light it off to the side so that everybody gets a clean hit of the greens. And I was just like, oh, shit, crazy.
Don't torch the bowl.
Yeah,
man.
and I'm like, oh, this was probably like 7 years ago when I didn't know shit about smoking etiquette. And then I was like, crazy. And he's like, yeah, and like, you know, if you're with a guest, you give them greens. And like, that's a polite thing to do. And I'm like, oh my God, psh, mind blown. So it was just something that I kept in my mind. And I kept putting it in my lyrics notes, like, when am I ever gonna fucking write a song that like, oh, I love the way he gives me greens? Like, that's not gonna be singable. That's such a stupid line to try to force into a lyric. But I kept it in there anyway. And when this song came about, I was like, damn, me, Sam, Nigel, we're all big ass stoners. Like, that's one thing that we can really fucking connect on is smoking weed together. And so that was just kind of the vibe of the room that day. And I told Nigel, I was like, I love the way you always give me greens. And he was like, oh, man, that's fucking awesome. And I, like, sent him the idea after they had produced this beat. I didn't write it for a while because I was like, I don't know. So I finally did it, and it was fucking cool. And then he came, and he, like, helped me do a lot of the background vocals. He kind of wrote the parts for the background vocals. He played bass. He played keys. He fucking did a lot of stuff on that record. I'm looking to you because I don't remember.
He played a guitar solo. That's really cool.
Yeah, a guitar solo. You played guitar on this, right?
Yeah.
Solo some of the guitars on this.
There's some guitars in there. There's some guitars on here.
There's one day that I swear we're going to do a live version of this song where we start with the guitars from the bridge.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Just says Morgie on all these tracks.
Self-indulgent. I am very proud of that.
I don't want you guys to put your hands together. Hey, go Morgie, go Morgie.
Very nice.
Yeah. I fucking love this
That's
song.
fun.
It's like, it's actually one of the songs I feel the most proud of because it is the least produced, or not produced, but the least computer produced. It's like
Sort of like
all
the
live
least,
musicians.
Sort of like the least edited
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, like Sam is playing drums on this, which is crazy because a lot of times we layer Sam's live drums over something else, but for this is like, nah. This
like-
is straight to
I
the
just
funk
like
days
to
we
show
used to
that
do.
this is all one take.
Yeah, look at this.
And like
That's
I did
one
have
take.
I did have some cool fills that were happening like right here and right here, but unfortunately the boss fired those fills.
Yeah, man.
One take.
I'm not a
Well-
big Phil's guy.
Yeah, let's hear what was originally on it. Well, maybe not.
Yeah. Anyway, this Greens is one of my favorites. And yeah, I like it, but it's a little too jam bandy for me. I gotta remember.
Shout out to Medeski, Martin, and Wood for that one.
Shout out to Jam Cruise for that one.
Shout out to Lettuce.
But anyway, that's the spiel about Greens. Also, just to give you insight of how my brain works, I closely relate weed to LA and hip hop and like Dr. Dre. So that was definitely one of the lyrics in there. It was like, smoke weed every day. I had to put that in there because you know how hard I rep my city. Don't come for me. Let's play the song. This is Green's track number 5 from Housewife.
Here we go.
Well, no lie, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, feeling tongue-tied, and it's still on my mind. But when you come close, I swear it's like you already know that I just don't wanna be alone. So you pack one up and light it just for me. I love the way you always give me grief. You pack one up and light it just for me. I love the way you always give me grief. No, you first. You always tell me that's what I deserve. When we reverse, I wanna do the same for you, baby. 'Cause you know they say that it'll help you take your stress away. So I'm like Jay, smoke weed every day. Hey, hey, you pack one up and light it just for me. I love the way you always give me grief. You pack one up and light it just for me. I love the way you always give me grief.
smoke weed every day. Yeah.
Woo! Had to take that opportunity to make a fresh compressor. The compressor recipe is in my cookbook. And it's basically just a lot of gin, a lot of ice, and a splash of tonic. What are you going to do?
Let's give it up for the compressor.
How embarrassing. So, okay, could you not?
I love the ones.
Could you not? Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Anyway, greetings from Minneapolis. What's up, soul music? Ooh. Thank you guys for staying tuned and having fun with us. Happy fucking Friday. Happy Housewife Day. Happy release day. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys just watching us have fun, honestly. So, next track is actually the interlude. And the interlude goes into the next song, Company. And how do I break this down? So I think that it would make more sense for me to sort of talk about them as if they were one thing, because when you listen to them, they are one thing, but they are totally two separate ideas that ended up coming together to make this little skit. Should we play this one first, actually?
Yeah, whatever you want. Do you want to do like the description of it?
Yeah, so I'll read to you.
Or at least for the company?
For Company, yeah. So Company is also the last one that's produced by Dukes, and this one we actually released as official song between the three of us. So it's Raquel Rodriguez, Dukes, and Sammy B as the artists on here. And the reason for that is because, one, I want to give these guys their credit when I can, and to put their name on it really means a lot to me and to them, I think, because it just really shows that, like, I am not the only one on this record. Obviously, you guys know that, but to be able to, like, kind of pinpoint the sounds to the producers that they belong to is really important, because I think that all the producers that have worked on my albums have their very, very specific sounds, and I want to give them their flowers. So that's why we did that for this song, and for a few of the other songs have their producers attached. But for this one, Dukes gave me like the little folder of beats, like many producers do, and he forgot about this. And I wrote a full ass song to it and sent it to him. He's like, whoa, I did, like, that's my beat? And I'm like, yeah, dude, you don't remember? He's like, oh, I totally just like pushed that one aside and never really thought about it again. And I was like, well, I made it. I saw coal or whatever it is, and I made it into a diamond. Okay, man? I'm the one that I knew it was going to be something fucking cool. And sometimes that's why collaborations are so important, because sometimes I'll hear something that these guys don't, and sometimes they hear something that I don't, and when you put them together, it's fucking magic. So my little company spiel, I promise it's not as naughty as Good to You. So, but although it is, but it has less to do about Sam. So what I wrote about Company is, whenever someone asks me who my favorite artist of all time is, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be Michael Jackson. There's something about his approach to dance music that I really connect with. And with Company, the song is intentionally reminiscent of Thriller. It has a spooky and sneaky feel, which aligns with the theme of the new album, Housewife. And a lot of times, housewives are left at home alone. But in my version, this little housewife goes and decides to take the car while her husband is away to go to a dance club and find someone just to dance with. She's not looking for anything else other than a dance partner. The music for this song is another collaboration between me, Dukes, and Sammy B. And I can't tell you how much this team means to me. We've worked on so much music together, and each time the songs feel stronger and stronger. I also had my regular songwriting partner, Jess Best, come in to help me think of a simple way to get people to dance. Between the music and the lyrics, I found myself creating a song that feels really unserious and playful. A track that doesn't make you think too hard about what it means, but rather encourages you to open up and just dance. With its fun and mysterious vibe, I hope Company creates an atmosphere where everyone feels alive and ready to dance, reminding us all that sometimes a little bit of company is just what we need. So,
yeah.
Crowd going into Company is kind of I don't want to talk about this one. Just play it.
Play Crowd?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So, pause it. So, one of the cute little things about Crowd, which when we were doing it, you'll hear a familiar little acting voice, and I was honestly shocked that Morgan said yes to doing this, because Morgan is kind of a reserved guy, and he's so he's quiet sometimes. And so I was like, oh, he's not going to want to do this. He'll probably think it's a fucking stupid idea. But basically, I imagine myself, hear me out.
We should play the takes of me doing that.
Oh my God, we will. So imagine me as a little housewife, and, Sam went off to a gig or whatever he does when he leaves the house. And I'm just like, man, I'm so alone. I just want to go dance with somebody. But obviously, the music is an exaggerated version of that. But imagine me or any other little housewife that wants a night out gets into her car and is driving along to this little bar or club that she goes to. And on the way, she's listening to the radio, and then she finds something she likes. Then she gets to the club, and she's like, all right, I'm going in. And then you hear a voice that's like, you here to see Raquel? And it's Morgan. And, of course, it's me just trying to put my name and brand on everything, that it's like, oh, this little housewife is going to see Raquel Rodriguez at a live fucking show. And then you get in, and the music is Company. Sometimes I write with visuals very, very heavy on my mind. And that's what I was thinking about when I wrote this little track 6 to track 7 Crowd going into Company. So here you go.
The soundtrack for Southern California.
101 Los Angeles. It's the 106 Friday night. Playing
about it. Ooh. So can she come over? Hey, can we make this a crowd? I want something a little different, maybe for a minute. Baby, is this allowed? Ooh, can she come over? Hey, can we make this a crowd? I want something a little different, maybe for a minute. Baby, is this allowed?
That was a 6'4" Impala, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, here to see Raquel. Woo! Alright, let me see your ID. Alright, you good.
Yeah, Morgan.
Alright, bro, you good.
Good.
I don't mind being by myself sometimes. I think I like those little lonely nights, because they're mine and only mine. But tonight, I want a little more than just myself. I wanna share the night with someone else. Gotta move my body, it won't move itself. So I'm looking for someone to dance with me, 'cause I'm feeling like I want some company tonight. Looking for someone to dance with me, 'cause I want a little bit of company. Yeah. Yeah. So what's up? I don't even wanna know your name, and there's no reason for me to explain it to you. Matter of fact, why
very first synth solo on this song.
Yeah.
What?
Little bit of
We'll point it out.
company. Little bit of company. Little bit of company. Want a little bit of company. Yeah. Little bit of. Little bit of company. Little bit of. Want a little bit of company. Yeah.
Back at the club.
Yeah, looking for someone to dance with me, 'cause I'm feeling like I want some company tonight. Looking for someone to dance with me, 'cause I want a little bit of company. Yeah.
Go ahead, Sam.
Want a little bit of company. Yeah. Yeah.
Sammy B synth solo.
Hey.
Whoa, a little ahead of yourself there. Yeah.
I'd like to thank Nordwave 2 for
Can you?
that patch.
Oh man, can you? I guess can you just play your little solo again real quick? I want
My little solo.
little
your little solo again. I
Oh,
wanna,
sure, yeah.
I just
With
wanna
your little
show
band.
everybody the little
Oh, the
Pro
little
Tools session.
diddly do.
Looking for someone to dance with me, 'cause I'm feeling like I want some company tonight. Looking for someone to dance with me, 'cause I want a little bit of company. Yeah. Little bit of
There it is in the yellow.
company. Little bit of. Want a little bit of company. Yeah.
I was going on the wrong one, but we got
Anyway.
to hear a couple elements in here though.
Yeah.
So the the string falls here. These are actually from Nights Over.
Don't tell people that.
And
That's so funny because Gary just said, "Gotta get the Nights Over shirt."
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's like you knew, Gary.
So these string falls. That's from Nights Over, but pitched differently, and then
If you don't know what Nights Over is, that's a song from the 310 Part 2.
I'll sample yourself.
I love to sample myself.
Yeah.
and then we also have the Matt Johnson fucking sequencer going on in this section, as well as some fucking dope ass guitars by Mr.
None other.
Morgan Burrs and me.
Yeah, you and Morgan played guitar.
Yeah. Sam's part is sweet. Sam's part is sweet. I feel like I had just got back in town from somewhere. Like I had just got back. And
Yeah.
y'all were like doing a session.
Well, one of my
Then I was
favorite parts of this song too is the little why do we say little? The fucking humongous fucking dope guitar breakdown that happens right here.
Ew!
So do you have like a really slow phaser on your part? And it's like it's
Yeah.
like slowly going back and forth.
I've got the what's it called? Included with Pro Tools for free. Stock plugin, that's what it's called. The orange phaser. I use this all the time on like guitars, obviously, but also Raquel's vocals. And then
Yeah, I like a good phaser.
And then the other, it's like everything else. I think we just got like from the aux box or whatever. Woo!
Sheesh.
Company, yeah. Little bit of company.
Hell yeah.
Me and John Schroeder.
Sheesh. Oh man, yeah. Speaking of guitars, I'm doing double guitars at the album release show on the 25th. It's going to be Morgan
shit.
Burrs and John Schroeder. And I have background singers for the first fucking time ever. I'm stoked about it.
Nicest guitar section you ever.
Dude, honestly, the only guitar section I'll ever need.
Hell yeah.
Can we go back to crowd and listen to so the reason that we had to call Morgan in for the acting part is because Sam tried to
the
Sam
session for
tried
crowd.
to Sam tried to do like the security guard voice and it was not working. He sounded way too nice. Like he sounded like a
that
nice
was-
guy from Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, here we go. Security votes. It's in this session actually.
Yeah. It's
Oh wait, do I have it?
I need to see Rocco.
No, that's.
I don't know if it's in this session, but we definitely have it.
Yeah, you here to see Rocco?
I don't think it's in this session.
Here to see Rocco? Oh my shit.
Maybe not. It's. I felt like it was, but.
I mean, is this the crowd session or the company session?
Well, it's complicated.
Yeah. I think it's the previous
You here to
session
see
to
Raquel?
this.
That's me.
That's
your
it.
ID.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You here to
that's
see
me.
Raquel? Play it
You
again.
here to see Raquel? I see your ID.
That's
Here to see Raquel?
Like, I'm sorry, Sam, but Morgan just sounds like the cooler, scarier security guard.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
That was so funny.
Yeah, you here to see Rocco? Alright, let me see your ID. Are you good?
The little, all right, you good with the like, brrr and
Alright,
good.
yeah,
I'm like,
whatever,
damn,
bro.
that's a fucking like, that's a
know what the
fuck
fuck.
boy sound. Just kidding,
I'm here
Morgan.
for it.
I'm just kidding.
That
All right.
yeah.
Well, that's track numbers 6 and 7. And moving on to number 8, which is, I think, my favorite song on the album. Housewife, very, very close second. But this one is my favorite to me because it means the most to me. This is Out Loud, track number 8. And this one is actually a really cool story because I had no plans, no reason to write this song other than it was a fucking solid Sunday and I was just really inspired.
Solid Sunday.
Solid Sunday. So I'm going to read you the spiel again just because that's the routine. Anyway, Out Loud. It doesn't happen often that I write and record a full song in the same day. It's part of the reason why this one is so special to me. Can you wait? Pause it.
I was just like,
The
you know,
fuck are you
I was
doing?
putting like just the sample
No.
in the background. It was
No,
kind of
no,
cool.
no, no,
It's
no.
like kind of a vibe.
It's confusing me.
Okay, sorry.
On a lazy Sunday afternoon that was meant to be an off day, me and Sammy B, who's obviously my partner of the last 13 years, he was in the kitchen messing around with his fairly new DJ rig. He started with looping a drum sample, and within minutes, he ended up with a beat that really sparked something in me while I was laying peacefully on the couch watching my TV show. At this time in my life, laying on the couch was something I had gotten really, really used to. I was spending my time watching too many TV shows, wondering why I didn't feel as happy as I used to. The beat, though, sparked a thought that turned into a full page of lyrics that I probably finished within 20 minutes. After those 20 minutes flew by, I walked into the kitchen while Sam was making the beat and asked him, hey, are you down to record something to this right now? And his response was like, right now? Hell yeah. He got stoked because that's something that I never do. And so he's like, let's fucking iron is hot. Let's strike. So we walked through our backyard to the studio, and he went to the control room while I went to the live room and turned them on the mic. From there, we recorded what we thought would be the demo vocals. But the vocals on the track are from the original session where I felt like I really needed to get the words off my chest. The thing is, I love my partner. Our relationship is one of the things that I cherish the most in this world. And it's something that I feel is extremely precious and special to me. Oftentimes, though, just like anybody in a long-term relationship, especially after 13 years, it's easy and common to forget to remind each other of the love and the pride that we have for one another. And for me, I thrive off of the love and pride that my partner has for me, especially the pride part. When it's not there, or rather when it's less loud and obvious, I feel myself drifting away from myself and the things that I'm good at. His confidence in me is what makes me want to try harder, be better, work harder. It's part of the reason why he is so important to me. So after sitting with the song for a while, with all these recording plans, I realized that the elegance of the simplicity is exactly what the song needed, and all the plans that we had before could just kind of be thrown out. Eventually, we did have our friend, Morgan Burrs, record super simple guitar parts to match the vibe, and then when I needed a little vocal inspiration, Amber Navran, who was here one day, Amber, of course, my main gal, she brought her flute over, and we toyed around with some flute bits toward the end, and she actually kind of helped me with the vocal parts at the end. This song might be my favorite. It is the favorite from my album, and it's because it feels like home to me. It's something that me and Sam did together without the help of really anyone else, and it's reminiscent of the early days that we started making music together 13 years ago, like when it was just me and him. And that's why this one's special to me.
Boom.
Not used to all these conversations. We used to have more back when we first dated, but it's been a long time since then. I can't even remember when. I've been feeling lately like I've lost my touch, and everything I'm doing isn't quite enough to satisfy you. Please say it ain't true, and I'm gonna need you to love me out loud. Baby, please say you're proud of the way that I can love you, of the way that I can love you. Said, honey, I'm gonna need you to love me out loud. Baby, just please say you're proud of the way that I can love you, of the way that I can love you. I don't wanna sound like I'm ungrateful, 'cause you haven't been anything to me but faithful and stable since day one. I wanna go back to day one, when all that I used to be was all you needed. Been feeling lately like I'm slowing down. It's taking me too long to figure out it ain't about you. But it is about you, and how I really need you to love me out loud. Baby, just please say you're proud of the way that I can love you, of the way that I can love you. Yes, baby boy, I need you to
That's out loud.
Sick.
Tony Sims said the mixes are so damn clean. Sheesh, when are the tutorials coming? Sammy V, let's go. Damn,
Tony
he's
knows what he's talking
check.
It's all about Galaxy Tape Echo.
Oh my gosh. Vanessa said 32 years of marriage for her. Marriage is not for children. Honestly, I'm not even married. That's the funny thing, is that me and Sam are not married, and it doesn't matter to me either way. Like, I think...
Sorry. I just got high.
Oh wait, yeah, you did just get high. That's kind of part of the whole album for me, is that like people want to assume so much about my relationship and call it what it is, and it's like, you don't know shit. We're not even married. I'll act how I want. We'll act how we want. We're gonna run the show the way we want to run the show.
Boom.
Yes.
YouTube is gonna kick me off of that.
Every day.
I'm good, thank you.
YouTube is definitely kicking me off for that one.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, okay.
Man.
We're almost done, you guys. We're almost done. You won't have to deal with us for much longer. But we're moving on to track number 9. Ooh! So, track number 9 is Scorpion, which is with Amber Navrin. Amber Navrin is one of my best friends, but also one of the best people in the world. She actually just celebrated her birthday on Wednesday, and we went and carved pumpkins and got a little too drunk. Went to the Taco Bell cantina afterwards.
Cantina. Raquel was like howling at the moon, like, Cantina.
Bro, it was crazy. It was so crazy. We went though.
Oh my god, you guys are liars.
That was fun. We should go again tonight.
So,
Fuck club and go to the
for those
Taco
of you
Bell
who
cantina.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Taco Bell Cantina, basically downtown Los Angeles, there is a fucking Taco Bell that has a full-on bar. And so after Amber's birthday party the other night, we left her house probably at like midnight or something, and we ended up at the fucking Taco Bell Cantina and got like frozen margaritas and Crunchwrap Supremes. And it was just fucking, it was gluttonous.
Taco Bell's great. I don't care what anybody says.
Taco Bell is great. I'm not knocking Taco Bell, but when you end up at a fucking Taco Bell cantina on a Wednesday night, you might want to rethink some things.
It's Wednesday night. That could.
I mean, look at this place, dude.
Sam is gonna show you the fucking Taco Bell.
Get a visual. Oh,
Look at that cultural hub.
oh man, that's like
Oh my god.
that's a happening place.
That's
Their
Wow.
their lighting isn't that great.
Yo, let's go watch football there.
Dude, yeah, you want to watch the game?
Oh my
Sunday.
god. You guys would. Jesus. Okay, that's enough about Taco Bell Cantina.
Thank you, Taco
Back
Bell, for
to
sponsoring
Amber.
this.
So Amber Navrin, if you guys don't know who Amber is, she is an amazing singer, songwriter, producer. Her first band that she was in that we're the most familiar with because we went to school with all of them is Moonchild, and she most recently started another group called Cat Pack, and Amber is just like something that she's
The dopest.
She's the dopest. Like, talent-wise, personality-wise, she is just such a good person and good human being. And I'm so grateful that she's one of the only women in my life that I, like, fully trust. And one of the things that I trust her with is, like, my thoughts. I don't have a lot of, like, girlfriends that I can call up and be like, hey, I want to go grab dinner or blah, blah, blah. It's like, I grew up with 2 older brothers and mostly boy cousins. So being around girls is so unfamiliar to me, and I get so uncomfortable. And Amber is just, like, the easiest girl to be around. And one of the things that I like and hate about myself is that I talk so much shit. And it's not in a bad way. I don't mean to, like, belittle anyone or whatever, but, like, I'm Mexican. I talk a lot of shit. And Amber talks a lot of shit. And that's something that her and I have just really fucking like connected on, because it's not that we want to talk shit about people. It's that people keep giving us too many fucking reasons to talk shit about them. It's not our fault. No, but and I'm not even saying that we're like talking shit about everyone. It's just a few moments that we have where we need to get shit off our chests, and like certain people are at the head of it that just have really triggered us. But that is something that Amber has not made me feel bad about, has not judged me on, has not corrected me on, and has actually indulged in with me. And it's something that I just really appreciate about her, because her and I have come from two very different places, and for us to have been friends for the last 15 years means so much to me. I love Amber con todo mi corazón. So we're going to play Scorpion, which is literally about talking shit.
Scorps.
So don't get stung, bitch.
Nobody's safe.
This sample is from Sage. I think that's how you say their name. They're fucking amazing vocal group.
I said it, but you thought it too. And I meant it, 'cause none of it was untrue. But I should be more careful with the words I choose. See, I love hard, but that's no excuse. So I'm telling myself to ooh, they're giving me so damn much to say. I'm still trying to change my ways, but I end up just talking shit for the hell of it. I know you do the same. She said it, well, that much is true. It's like I got a bad case of deja vu, and it's always the little things that drive me insane. But I guess I should have told her before I got this way. So I'm telling myself to giving me so damn much to say. I still wanna change my ways, ooh, but I end up just talking shit for the hell of it. And I know you do the same.
Morgan Burrs on guitar.
If I change my ways, ooh, and they're giving me so damn much to say. Do I really gotta change my ways? 'Cause I really love talking shit for the hell of it. And I know you do the same.
That was Scorpion. And my camera died, so now you're looking at Sam's stomach. Here, I'll change it to the computer screen for a second. But that is Scorpion. And again, Amber is just an incredible person, an incredible producer. She literally produced that song by herself pretty much, and then came in and wrote the lyrics with me, helped me with the melody. Like, she is so special, and I am just, again, so lucky to have her in my life and call her a friend. Yeah, so I guess one other. Oops. Sorry, we're getting our cameras situated here. I don't know why this little thing died. And Sam's over here kicking my camera. And we have 2 golden retrievers running around. It's hectic, you guys. It's Friday night. Let's see what these comments are saying. Love that you're giving such an amazing and intimate breakdown of all of your newest songs. Honestly, Denise, I am such an open book sometimes to the point where I feel embarrassed about it. Because I have always wanted to be one of those mysterious girls that nobody knows anything about, that is just like, ooh, what's her deal? What's her vibe? It's like, ask me and I literally will tell you anything and everything. Like, I'm not one of those secretive people. I'm not mysterious. I'm not the keep it to yourself kind of gal. I wear my heart on both of my sleeves and I just lay it all down the line. And that's kind of why I feel like I like my own music so much, is because it's very me and it's very truthful and honest, and I only really know how to write about what I know and what feels true to me. And that's why I think music is so special and so important, is because at least the music that I enjoy is specific to the artist, and I think that that's really important. And anyway, I'll keep going with the album. It's the last song. Okay, so this one has a great little story that I won't be very specific on because I know you guys will know the person and it's not ideal. But this song has gone through a lot of transformation, and I'm actually considering reading you guys my Housewife album spiel before I play this last song, because I think that it'll kind of just tie everything together and make it all make sense. Although, not going to lie, I feel like it's all already making sense, which makes me feel really good because it makes me think that this project is cohesive and just really one of its own, one in itself. And I feel proud of that because a lot of times I'm so scatterbrained that I never want my projects to feel like that. I want my projects to feel like a project and not a bunch of different little projects. Little.
Huge. Humongous.
Huge. So, I guess with Housewife, the album, we're not talking specifically about the single. We're talking about the whole album and what it means to me. And you guys, if you have pre-ordered any of the merch, the CD or the vinyl specifically, you'll have a chance to read this because it's actually in the little booklets that I personally designed and put together. I do everything. I'm an independent artist through and through. I do all of my own shit. Sam took so many of the Polaroids for the singles, and then I had a Polaroid photographer do a few of them, and I edited all of the artwork for the album, the CD version, vinyl version, just everything. And I'm sure you guys know that. I'm preaching to the choir here. But I just want to go over the Housewife spiel before we go into the last song, because I want to leave you with the song rather than a spiel. So yeah, here goes. Let me get comfortable. Here we go. This new album is a collection of songs and recipes that reflect who I am today while honoring parts of who I used to be. Throughout my school years in Santa Monica, I was often labeled as the singer, or sometimes even the girl whose family owns that Mexican restaurant down the street. I felt special, like I stood out, and I was convinced that I would be a superstar one day that had a perfect life. Through the years, though, a lot of the truths and rules about womanhood and success became less and less important to me because they didn't feel like my truths. Instead, I discovered a newer version of myself, one that I hadn't really envisioned before. So, why housewife? Well, a stereotypical housewife is usually defined as a married woman who cooks, cleans, takes care of her husband and kids, gossips, etc., And I love doing all of those things, gossip included. You just heard Scorpion. Except I'm not married, and a lot of people would say that my golden retriever and 2 cats don't count as kids. And they'd be wrong.
They'd be wrong.
They'd be absolutely wrong.
Wrong as fuck.
Shout out to Mello, Snoopington, and Cheeto. A housewife is also someone who is often categorized as a woman with no goals or aspirations and is consistently overlooked, underestimated, and undervalued. My version of housewife isn't about fitting into the traditional roles of marriage and motherhood, but rather about the invisible labor that women, and in my case, independent artists, do to hold everything together. To me, housewives and independent artists are so similar and intertwined in the sense that we do so much work and labor out of love, but we often don't get the recognition or respect that we deserve. Music plays such an important role in so many people's lives, and a lot of independent artists like myself pour their entire hearts and soul into the art we share with the world, working endlessly and tirelessly in the background, doing the things that no one sees or appreciates. I feel so grateful for the family that I've built with Sam over the last 13 years. I love making music in the studio we've built together. I love playing housewife and taking care of him, our animals, and our home that we treat like our palace. I love going to my backyard every morning and seeing what's in my garden ready to harvest and maybe even use some of it to cook our next meal or smoke our next bowl. Which brings me to the cooking and recipe portion of this album. I've really started to love cooking over the last few years, which is honestly kind of crazy because I was a spoiled and picky eater growing up. We often dined out, and usually the closest thing to a home-cooked meal was Gilbert's El Indio, our family's restaurant in Santa Monica. That's not to say that my parents didn't cook. It just wasn't something that they necessarily enjoyed or prioritized because we were fortunate enough to have options. Ask anyone in my family if they ever imagined I'd be the one to start cooking, and I bet they all tell you, hell no. Now it's a huge part of my life, just like music is. I cook for myself, Sam, friends, musicians, artists, neighbors, clients, anyone who comes over looking for a homemade meal. I've found friendship in cooking, patience, focus, disappointment, excitement, pride, joy, just as I have in my music. I feel like a lot of people from my past look at my life now and assume that I've settled or given up because I'm not extremely famous like Taylor Swift, like I once dreamed of being, and have taken on the housewife role instead. The thing is, though, I haven't given up or settled. I work almost every fucking day to further my career and my art, but I also allow myself to relax and enjoy life. Balance. Just because I do one doesn't mean I can't do the other. This album is a way for me to let myself and others know that it's okay to say, fuck the rules, do your own thing, and find happiness. It may look really different than what's expected of us and what's considered normal, and normal is okay. But for me personally, I've never wanted to be normal. That's what I wrote about my album. That's what I hope people take away from all this, is that people can assume whatever they want about you, but at the end of the day, the way you feel about yourself is the most and only important thing. And I think that that kind of plays a really big role into this last song, because I have let a lot of people throughout my life mistreat me and make me feel less than or not as capable, or I don't know, not good things. And this last song is a reminder to myself and other people, fuck around and find out. Don't disrespect me, because I will do the same shit back to you. And I know my worth, and I know that I'm a fucking baller, bad bitch, and I have a great team around me, and you better put a little respect on my name. That's all I gotta say. I won't tell you who the song is about, but you guys know him. It's a him. And like know. All problems are. But yeah, I just want to read some comments real quick and just see what everybody is saying. I wish I could scroll up, but the last one I have is from Jim. Love all the insight. Rebecca said, I love all the rawness and honesty. That's what we love about you, says Denise. Jim said both albums definitely feel like they were very specific and focused. That makes me feel really good. Thank you. Oh, you guys have some really great comments. Thank you. Your furry babes are your kids. They are. They really are. My golden retriever is having a play date as we speak with the neighbor golden retriever Tate. All right. Well, Rebecca said, my grandma and aunt were ones who taught me that. They knew I didn't want to be the typical housewife. They wanted me to enjoy anything I wanted and wanted me to go where I always dreamed. Good, because that's what's important. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what a piece of paper says. I will say, on the other side of that, one of the only things that scares the shit out of me is if something were to ever happen to Sam, and God forbid we had to go to a hospital where only family was allowed. Those motherfuckers better let me in that room, and if it means a matter of a ring or a paper, I swear to God I'll do it just for that. But that's kind of fucked up how this system works. Anyway, this is called Don't Forget, a.k.a. Fuck Around and Find Out. And, after this version, we're going to show you where it originally started, and it's like night and day. And I'm so glad we ended up with this version, which was kind of a last-minute decision, as in like a week before we needed to turn it in. We switched it up to this. And I re-recorded all of the vocals on a fucking SM58 because I said they sound way too fucking clean and good that I need to shitty them up a little. This is Don't Forget, for real. I won't say anything else.
I know I've got an ego. I never said that you were wrong. But why are you blaming me for all the little things you wished you'd done all along? Well, don't be mad at me, 'cause you think that I've got everything, 'cause I don't. I'll take one to the chin now and then, but I can't do that again, so I won't. Ooh, just don't forget to put a little respect on my name. Ooh, no, don't forget to send a little respect my way. It's just me and you, but you hate playing that part. So you try to cover it up, 'cause you think that's what's expected of you. Well, don't be so upset, 'cause you let all that resentment and regret get you down. I'm not saying that we're done. All I want is a reason for me to keep you around. Just don't forget to put a little respect on my name. Ooh, no, don't forget to send a little respect my way.
And that was the final track from Housewife. Oh, man.
There we are.
Well, thank you guys for joining us for our very first unofficial happy hour Housewife happy hour.
Yo, let's bring it in.
Salud!
Let's bring it in. Hey!
Ooh, cheers. So, I guess a little explanation about happy hour. Scorpion, the song with Amber about talking shit, was actually going to be called Happy Hour because her and I were just like, yeah, usually the time that we go and get together and talk shit is like right around the early evening where we first have a drink and just like,
gotta let loose,
yeah,
talk a little
exactly.
shit.
And talking shit makes us so happy. And housewives have their little moments where they gather with their little housewife neighbors and be like, our husband didn't buy me this and blah, 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 blah. There's a whole theme going on, okay? So anyway, that's just how my little artist brain works. And yeah, I almost don't want to sign off because I'm having so much fun, but I also don't have anything left. Oh, we were going to show them the original version of Don't Forget.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so hear me out. Many people will say that they like the original version better. That's fine.
I've got another version that I have to show too.
That it's fine if you guys like the other versions better. I gravitated to this so quickly because it just made me feel like it worked. But the reason that we changed to this is because I felt like the original version that we started working on was trying too hard. I felt like I was trying to go for a very specific sound, and it was me, Sam, and Gabe Steiner, who is Bubs, the producer, who did my most popular song, You, which is a great song. I fucking love that song. And Bubs is an incredible producer. And when we got together for this one, I felt like we were all thinking too hard about it, that it turned into something that was cool, but it wasn't what I wanted, and I kept trying to make it work and figure out how to advance it, and it just wasn't working. And then one day Sam found this weird thing on Splice where you can like go through certain certain like grooves and whatever, and we found this one groove, and I'm like, yo, that brings out I was like, that groove, whatever that is, brings out the Latina in me, and this might open the doors to a new sound for me, which is really exciting because I have never really leaned into like being Mexican as far as music goes, and I think that this is kind of a hint of that, which makes me want to fucking shake my ass. So that's the version you guys are hearing. The one that makes me feel a little more Latina. Yeah.
Yeah.
The original version. And I hate even saying this, but like I was trying to go bad boy entertainment, and I'm so glad we didn't because you know why.
Freak off.
So this is the original version of Don't Forget. And if you do like this version better, don't say anything.
I know I've got an ego.
No, this isn't even it. What the fuck is this?
Woo!
I hate this.
But why you?
Well, I mean, there are so many other versions.
Yeah, that is not the version I'm talking about.
What version? 8, 10, 23, 8, 21, 23,
That's the version I'm talking about,
24.
Sam. The latest one, the most recent one. You know.
The most recent one is...
You know which version I'm talking about.
I know, but we don't have this, like... Yo, look at what I'm looking at.
They can't see what you're looking at.
I don't know which... There are 20
Literally
different versions.
The version right before this one.
Versions.
Okay, then number 39. See, this is what I mean, you guys. It's not perfect. I'm gonna fucking kick his ass.
I'll turn you down. I'll mute you right now.
Sam's muting me. Don't worry.
I know I've got
Nope.
That's too.
See, we should have been prepared with all this.
Soon.
We knew we were going to show this version to you guys. Did we look for it before we started this live stream? No. Why would we prepare?
So
We're having too much fun.
I think it's probably this one. April.
I don't know.
April 25th.
Ooh, that sounds about right.
There's a big gap, like April and then August.
No, that sounds about right. It's because we were like, fuck this. We don't want to work on it anymore.
That's not the. There we go.
I know I've got an ego. I never said that you were wrong. But why you blaming me for all the little things you wish you'd done all along? Well, don't be mad at me, 'cause you think that I've got everything, 'cause I don't. I'll take one to the chin now and then, but I can't do that again, so I won't. Ooh, just don't forget to put a little respect on my name. Ooh, no, don't forget to send a little respect my way. Can see it,
Jim.
it's just
The bass is very bad boy.
shit.
I know.
playing that part. So you try to cover it up, 'cause you think that's what's expected of you. Well, don't be so upset, 'cause you let that resentment and regret get you down. I'm not saying that we're done. All
right, I guess-
won't is a reason for me to.
We don't have to play the whole thing, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what I mean when I say songs come from another version and we change shit up last minute. That decision to make it more of the Latina style was such a tough decision for me, because I thought that making a big change like that at the end, right before the finish line, was like, girl, you're making a mistake. Just stick to what you did and like commit to it. But there was something in me that I was just like, no, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. And I'm so glad we did. And sometimes you just gotta listen to your intuition and your gut and do what feels right. With that,
Wait, I got one more.
what?
I just have the. Oh yeah, here we go. I gotta play this for you.
I know I've got an ego.
It's got like a crazy
Oh,
drop.
This one might be a bonus track
Why you
or a
blame me
remix of
for
some sort.
all the little things you wish you'd done all along. Well, don't be mad at me, 'cause you think that got everything, 'cause I don't. I'll take one to the chin now and then, but I can't
Honestly,
do
I think
that
this is my
again,
favorite
so
version.
I won't.
Fuck you, Sam.
Just don't forget to put a little respect on my name. Oh, no, don't forget to send a little respect my way.
Chat loves this.
Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you at the next happy hour. Make sure you sign up for my email list to know when that is. We'll let you listen to the rest of this.
You've got a good heart. I can see it when it's just
Jimmy Jam, Terry.
you hate playing that part. So you try to cover it up. 'Cause you think
Yeah, Denise, she likes the Latino version because it's got girth.
so upset.
Girth Brooks.
Girth Brooks.
Okay.
I'm not saying that we're done. All I want is a reason for me to keep you around. But first, just don't forget to put a little respect on my name. Ooh, no, don't forget to send a little respect my way.
All right, we're gonna leave you with a little remix of Greens. This one's called Yeah Yeah Yeah.
Oh, this is Sammy B's album. Woo, let's go.
Ooh, D
Bye,
Nasty.
everyone.